This program and its contents are designed for information and educational purposes only. This program does not render medical advice or professional services and is not intended to be a substitute for professional care. The information provided here should not be used for the purposes of diagnosing or treating a medical or psychiatric condition. If you have or suspect you may have a health problem, consult your healthcare provider.
Hi, welcome to Positive Momentum TV. I'm Diane Silva, and today my guest is Melissa Minassian. I'm sorry, Melissa. Anyway, I understand you're an author.
Yes.
You're also a makeup artist.
I am.
And she is responsible for this look today. Yay.
Yeah.
So we get
some glam going
new.
on.
Yes. So can you tell me how you got into such a diverse, makeup and writing? I mean, it is quite opposite, I would say, but they're both creative. So
yeah.
Can you kind of give me a little bit of background and why you do what you do?
I think that's the key. My name, Melissa, actually means creative.
Oh.
There you go. So that really is the key to everything for me. I am just creative through and through. So yeah, whether it's painting or makeup, which I feel like is another form of art in a sense, writing, whatever it will be. Like, I do feel like I kind of bring my creative spin to it. So
how did you get into, okay, back up. I don't want to get ahead of myself.
Okay.
Let's talk a little bit about you, a little bit of history, where'd you come from? I understand that you're not a native from, and I don't know if native is the right word, but you're not from Omaha.
Yeah.
So where are you from?
Yeah, I've grown up all over with my dad's job. We moved a lot growing up. So it was about every 10 years or so we were relocated to a new city and a new school and a new world. And so growing up, I've grown up all over. California, I was born, Arkansas, Texas, then to Nebraska, and then I ended up here in Omaha for college and stayed ever since, and I love it here so much. So, so yeah, that was kind of how I was raised, was just,
so
moving.
It wasn't military, but it was still.
Yeah.
So you can relate to the
that lifestyle for sure. Yes.
And with that lifestyle, I understand. I know for myself. I call myself, and I apologize if this is politically incorrect. I'm a gypsy. I have gypsy blood.
Yeah.
I don't stay in one place very long, very comfortably. Mm-hmm. That makes sense. So I think you can relate. So how did all these moves help you become the person you are today?
I do feel like I was very shy growing up. We've kind of discussed our sensitivity and our intuitiveness, and I am a very highly sensitive person. So I think, and I am a total introvert through and through. And so I think it really pulled me out of my shell, because to make friends, it really forced me to be outgoing at times and taught me that. So I think that's the biggest thing.
Understand, I would have never guessed you were an introvert. I really would.
Really?
I mean, yes.
Yeah.
But then I feel I am too. And
yeah.
People look at me and go, no, you're not. Well, yeah, in my own way I am. So maybe we're redefining introversion and is that even a word?
Yeah.
Being an introvert and being an
extrovert,
extrovert. Yeah. It's a redefinition or a morphing of it, because
it really is.
Well, how we feel may be different than how we express ourselves.
Right. And I think there's been a miseducation with being an extrovert or an introvert, and especially I think in American culture, it's very praised to be an extrovert and be outgoing, and just because you're an introvert or sensitive, I feel like people are starting to realize that it doesn't mean you're less powerful, you just might be a little bit more quiet. In my case, I can be outgoing and I can do TV shows like this and do interviews and be out in the public and meet fans or what have you. But then the only difference, I guess, for me is that as an extrovert, you're getting charged and like filled up by that. And as an introvert, I have to go recharge on my own later, and it kind of wears me out. So.
Well, and I can see where that would be a really good trait to have, because then you're going to get that balance of, okay, I get to become within myself and calm down, and that's where I recharge, and that's where I gain my strength.
And you get centered and grounded, and
yes.
it's good.
I love those terms, center and grounded. It's just, And that's what you come across to me. It's very centered, very grounded, very
thank you.
together.
Thank you.
And I really I like that, and I look up to that, and I'm kind of going, oh, how do I get to be like that, you know? And as one of the things this show is about is drawing our own strengths by other people's experiences and learning from other people. So our friends, our family, you know, there may be traits in them that we admire, and maybe we don't want to be that person, but we do want to, or at least I can say I want to be more like that person instead of being that person. How would you know, express something to that, like that? I mean, as far as maybe you can say it better. You are a writer after all, and you come very creatively. A way that people can maybe put it in their toolbox, or, you know, use it for better use. How would you express, maybe condense, you know, what you can draw from other people? And maybe I've lost it. Okay, I have. But you know, like I said, there's things about you that I admire, and I don't want to become you.
No.
But I want
you want to be your true self.
Right. Yeah. I want to be my true self, but I also want to continue to grow and to morph and and evolve. So can you figure out a way that would be a nice way to say that, where, you know, we can kind of maybe put it in a toolbox, write it down, and kind of keep it for later?
Yeah. Well, I think just my belief on that kind of stems from my background with my faith. Okay. But I believe in God, but I really believe that He's written who we're supposed to be. Like, He created us, and the Bible talks about that, how He created us, and He wrote our story. And so I feel like when there are qualities like that that you identify with, and you're like, oh, I want that, I think it's because it's written on your heart already. Like, you're like, that was, like, I think it's like was meant to be for you, and it's part of your true self and who you're supposed to be and your calling. And so I think it's stuff like that that we're like, ooh, I like that, and why is that? And so for me, I think that's just what I've discovered. And the biggest tool from my toolbox personally has just been journaling. And as an extrovert in my alone time, recharging, I feel like that's a great way that I process, is journaling extensively. And I have hundreds of journals, seriously. And I keep them all, and I refer to them in you know, as I go, I refer to the past and kind of lessons that I've learned. And but I think that's just a great thing. Maybe if there is a quality that you're like, I want that, and why don't I have that, and what do I have instead, and how do I handle things? Maybe journal through that, or even talk to a therapist or someone educated to kind of give you some direction in that.
Well, that's a great tool to have. That really is nice.